Welcome back to our Excel tutorial series. In this lesson, we will learn how to work with rows, columns and cells. These are the building blocks of every Excel spreadsheet. Understanding how to manipulate these elements will help you organize and format your data effectively. Let's get started. So section 1, let us see columns. Columns are represented with letter. Can you see? This is column A, column B, column C. Columns are represented with letters, while rows are represented with numbers. Rows are represented with numbers. Let's take it again. Columns are represented with alphabet, with letters, while rows are represented with numbers. Rows are represented with numbers. So what is a cell? Cells are the individual boxes where rows and columns intersect. And so they have their unique name. Where rows and columns, where they intersect, each cell has its own name. Okay, now this particular one is cell A1. Cell A1. Let's look at this one. Cell D1. Cell D1. Let's take another one. Cell F5. Cell F5. So that is how to identify cells. This is cell E7. Cell E7. Let's see another one. For the last time, cell M7. Cell M7. Okay, so now that we have identified rows, columns, rows and cells, let's move on to the next thing. The last thing we want to check is how to insert something into rows and columns. It's very easy. Just type in whatever it is you want to insert. That is it. So if you want to edit it outrightly, you type in another thing. Or if you want to edit it without typing in something outrightly, you double click into it and edit it like that. Okay, now moving on, let us see how do we delete or insert a new row or a new column. Okay, now let's say this particular this is row 5, right? I want to insert another one. I'll right click. Let me do it again. You right click and then click on insert. We have inserted another one. The beauty of it might not show very well if we don't put something in it for you to see it. All right, okay, let's now try to insert something before it. You insert. Can you see? It was initially on row 5, but when I clicked on insert to insert another row entirely, the one I entered something into moved to row 6. So let's say I want to insert on a column. How do I do that? Let's note this one. This is E1, right? Okay, now I want to insert another row, another column entirely. I'll select it, then right click on insert. Can you see? I've inserted another column now. Okay, now let's say I want to delete a particular column I do not need. So let's say I'm coming here to this. Let me write something into it, and then I want to delete that column. I'll right click, I'll click on delete. Now I want to delete the entire column. I want to delete the entire column. So I'll click on entire column and I'll delete. So I've deleted that column. Okay, let's say I want to drag down. I'll just put my cursor here. When it is showing this plus sign, I double click to increase. Okay, few series. Now I want to delete this. I want to delete this particular column. I'll right click, I'll click on delete entire column. It will delete everything including the details that are there. All right, so I've deleted that. Now let's see how we can delete rows. So you right click the same way, you click on insert. Oh sorry, I've deleted it. I want to delete another row again. Can you see? Right click, delete entire row. If you select more than just one, if you select more than one column, entire column. And that is how to insert column and row. That is how to delete columns and rows. So now let's see, how do we merge cells? For instance, now this is one and I want this one to take up to 3 cells. This is cell B5. I want it to take cell C5 and D5 also. How do I do that? You will select the first one and then you drag to D, still maintaining row 5. All right, so now we have column B, C, D, and it is taking row 5. Now how do I merge these cells together? Now that we have selected the 3 cells, how do we merge it? Come to this place. Can you see merge and center? Click on the arrow and click on merge and center. So it has merged that particular cell. It has merged that particular cell. So in our next video we are going to talk about formatting. So let us just restrict ourselves to how to insert, delete, as we have just done. Now another thing I want to show you regarding rows and column is to format a row or a column. Now let's see, I have this particular one and I want to format. I want to either increase or let's come to format. Can you see, if I want the row height, this place, let me show you this place, I want it to increase. I'll click on row height. It's 15 presently. Let's change it to 35 and see what it will now look like. Click on OK. Can you see that the height of this row has increased? It didn't get widened. It only got heightened. So the height of this row has been increased. Now let's go and now widen the column. Now we want to the first thing we did was to the row height, to increase the row height to 35. Now we want to increase the column width also. We click on column width and then we change it to 25. We click on OK. Can you see that the column width has also increased? And so that is how to increase the row height or the column width. See you in the next video where we will be formatting our cells, making it look beautiful for any form of document or template we want to create. See you in my next video. Thank you.